Cybersecurity, I think, is the measures that we all can take as individual citizens, but also as parliamentarians and as governments to try and keep our activity online safe and to protect from the risk of cyber attacks. We have learned in this workshop of the very broad, diverse nature of cybercrime and the many different forms it can take, and cybersecurity measures that we can all take to keep ourselves safe online so we can continue enjoying the things that we like to do online, but make sure we stay safe at the same time. I think the threat of phishing attacks, so this is where emails are sent out encouraging you to click on a link which then puts malware onto your system, which can cause all sorts of damage to your system. I think that's a big threat. I think that people can fall for that very easily. We've been hearing today about how realistic some of these emails can be made to look, and I certainly, even as a parliamentarian with a high degree of knowledge about how these scams work, I will certainly be taking away from me and need to be even more careful than I already am at the moment. So I think that that's an area which a lot of people can fall vulnerable to very quickly without realising, and it's that kind of thing that we need to raise more awareness of. I think educating our constituents and raising awareness, particularly through schools and the various residence groups that we deal with, about the fairly straightforward measures that we can and all be taking in order to stay safer online. I'll be talking to West Midlands Police later on today and my local radio and TV station about some advice that they've issued to residents in the West Midlands region in the UK about how we can stay safe online. And actually the biggest takeaway that they are asking people to bear in mind is we should all make sure that every app and every system we have on our phones is regularly updated, even if that means that your phone is then rebooted and you have to wait a few minutes whilst it all comes back online. People often don't update because it's a bit irritating, but actually the updates contain security measures which make you safer online. So I think small things like that can make a big difference. We have a national strategy on cybersecurity issues, which, to be fair to the government, even though I'm an opposition member of parliament, I have to recognise that they have made a lot of headway in this area. They put a lot of effort and government resource into cybersecurity issues. We are spending £1.9 billion as a nation, which I think shows the commitment that the government has made, which I certainly as an opposition MP welcome. We've also introduced the Investigatory Powers Bill, which is a way of controlling the use of the very intrusive powers that the police and the security services have told us are needed in our own country in order to tackle the different types of cybercrime, and that is currently going through the House of Lords. So it's not yet law, but we have a new bill in place, and that bill, I think, is a good case study for how legislation should be made in what is a very difficult area, the different types of committees that have considered that bill, the many parliamentarians that have made recommendations for changes to that bill, I think is a good example of how parliamentarians can really impact on government legislation for the betterment of the societies that we serve. I will certainly take away from me some of the learning that was shared around quick wins that individual citizens can have when it comes to so-called cyber hygiene, so things that you can do easily to keep yourself safe online. There were some good examples given to us. There's an international campaign called Stop, Think and Connect, which I will certainly be trying to publicise more widely in the UK, and I will be speaking to the all-party parliamentary group on cybercrime to see if there's something they can do in order to publicise that. So making sure that we build awareness at grassroots level in order to bring about the kind of safety consciousness that I think should be par for the course for everybody that we serve.